Playing some GTA 5 and my LCD sucks. Alright, so it's time for a oil change and some engine tuning up and a bike wash. Three things, and I'm just heading towards the mechanic right now to get the bike maintained. Right now they're just tightening the chain and oiling it up, as well as adjusting the alignment for the rear wheel. Whoops, that was sudden, so I'm back to the village because the sesame requires watering, and we couldn't get our hands on solar panels like the last time, so this time we're gonna be using a diesel engine. Alright, so as I'm back, he's getting me up to date with the condition of the sesame. So we're facing a pod formation problem, so the percentage of pods forming is extremely low, and that's probably due to the insects and the whiteflies and all those insects, that the pesticides, and also due to the lack of fertilizers, which is why I'm here, and we're gonna solve that problem hopefully. Right, so another problem we faced is that we borrowed this tank from another guy for spraying insecticide, but it just wouldn't work. There was some problem with the carburetor, and we had to swap it out with a electric tank later on. Alright, we're loading up the diesel engine right now. So another problem we faced was that we needed sticks to stick the diesel engine into the ground, like keep it in place. Otherwise it just wouldn't stay in place. So we just went and got those, and loading the diesel engine up really did a number on our clothes. Right, so that's it. We're setting up the diesel engine. We're aligning it with the fan that spools up, sucks the water from below sea level up to the ground. A couple alignment issues. Right, so the fan that is supposed to spool up and pull up the water was actually, there was air going into that, and that was causing issues with the water not coming out. And that was easily fixed by placing this piece of cloth over that area. And if that was not enough problems, right after we fixed that, the hot water that is supposed to exit out of the second tube of the diesel engine was not exiting out for some reason. And yep, we had to fix that problem as well. I mean, damn, that was a ordeal. I have never appreciated technological advancement, and especially solar panels and electric motors, this much before. Alright, so as this belt was very worn out, we had to use some broza, that's what they call it. It's some type of really hard glue that when you melt it, it becomes extremely sticky. And when it's dried off, it becomes even stickier. So that's what we're gonna be putting on this belt, and hope for the best that it doesn't slip off and cause any more problems than we are already facing. And that is something called a black magic liquid. We're hoping to flow it into the water so that the crops grow strong. I'm just kidding, it's some humic acid type of shit. After slaving away all day, I was extremely tired, so I went back home to sleep, and I thought maybe I should drink water from the clay pot thing that I bought last time, and yep. Alright, so this thing is interesting. It cost $5, brand new. It's got a massive speaker, and it's got Bluetooth connectivity. It also has the ability, you can just pop in a SD card reader, and you're good to go, or a memory card directly into it. And it also has a flashlight, and the flashlight has automatic fire and a burst mode, and you can do all the freedom kind of things that you'd want to do. Also has the ability to charge with the tiny ass solar panel behind it. Ran out of diesel, so I went ahead and bought some. Ran out of the battery, so I went and charged some. Saw this really cute dog, so I pet it. I had to. Alright, so it's the second day, the diesel engine is going and everything's working fine this time around. They are spraying and we're just going to use the fertilizers and stuff. So yep, here's that. So we mix the fertilizers inside of that drum barrel thing and we just use a faucet and the water goes out of there, and we adjust the amount that goes out of that and it just flows with the water into the crop. And the air problem with the fan started to happen again, which is why we had to shut it down and fix the problem, and then we're starting the diesel engine again. Going back home to sleep. And it's the next day and we're just having lunch, and my best friend always comes at this time specifically because we're having lunch, and nothing much to do other than watch these kids who are playing with a bike lose control of it and just go down the hill. That was pretty funny for some reason. And everything's working fine now, and we're just adding some diesel into the can. And yep, that's the fan that was giving us problems, and that's the piece of cloth that fixed the problem. Alright, so this kid could not believe my phone was water resistant, and I mean, I don't know why I did this, but I had to show him, probably because I had nothing better to do. And that right there is the last patch of sesame getting watered. Look who we have here. That's my best friend, and I'm guessing he's making rounds of the sesame, and he's kind of disappointed. I mean, that's understandable, cause yeah, that's our first try. Anyways, that's fine. I'm gonna ask him to bless the crop. Be right back. Bless me, he did with some black magic water liquid thing. Oh yes, peace. Finally, my ears have stopped ringing. So we're finished here, everything's cool. We did the insecticide, we did the water, we did the fertilizer. Now we're just loading this up, the diesel engine, and we're gonna drop it off to the guy we borrowed it from. Zoylava. Yep, so that's that. Everything's watered, and all the sesame has been watered. Now you can notice a massive difference between the right side and the left side field. So the problem is the pH level is like, it's probably too high for sesame. That's why in some patches there's just barely any growth of sesame, and in some others there's a lot of growth. So this problem was caused by the tractor guy, the driver, because with the ridger he went in way too deep, and the seeds, most of the seeds just went in insanely deep into the soil, and yep, that's the result. Just swimming around and cooling off after all that.